If your AI isn't blowing your mind yet, it's not because the AI is bad, it's because no one has ever taught you how to train it. And once you understand this, your entire experience with AI changes. One simple shift in how you use it can take you from, why is this answer so generic, to, wait a minute, how did it just read my mind? Most people never get to experience that version of AI. They treat it like a Google search box. But the truth is that AI only becomes as powerful as what you put into it, when it actually knows you, your voice, your goals, your thoughts, your preferences. And when you train it the right way, it becomes something totally different. It becomes a strategist, a thinking partner, a co-creator, a personal assistant who actually understands you. Really, you can make it and train it to be whatever you need it to be. So today I'm going to walk you through the first 8 foundational steps anyone can use to train their AI, even if you're a complete beginner. I'm keeping everything light, simple, and human. We're not going to be using jargon, no overwhelm here, okay? Just the exact habits that turn your AI from to actually life-changing. All right, let's start with step 1, which is the most important and also the most overlooked. You need to introduce yourself to your AI, like you're onboarding a new assistant. Most people talk to AI like it's Google, and then they're shocked when the answers feel so cold and generic and just off. AI can't personalize anything until it knows who you are, though. So you paste in a short introduction. You want to let it know who you are, what you do, what your goals are, and how you like people to communicate with you, and what matters to you right now, because this is going to be relevant for any work you do. So then ask it to please store this as context and ask any clarifying questions you need. From that moment forward, your AI will stop guessing and start being aligned with you. Once it knows who you are, the next step is to teach it to sound like you. This is where things are starting to get really exciting. Most people ask AI, sound more like me, but your AI has no idea what you sound like unless you show it. So you want it to match your tone, your humor, your rhythm, your phrasing. You need to give it examples of that. I suggest you upload 3 to 5 writing samples at least. It could be a caption that you wrote for social, a newsletter, a short email, a bio, anything that feels naturally you. And then you tell it to extract your tone, rhythm, phrasing into a reusable voice guide. And this is what's going to allow it to write in a way that feels authentically familiar instead of that robotic, generic output that it's given you before. It becomes your voice, but maybe slightly elevated. All right, now that it knows who you are and how you sound, we move to the next step, step 3, which is how you think. And this step is a game changer. Most people only ask AI for answers, but they never teach it the reasoning behind the decisions that they're making. So your AI stays very surface level. It really is just a smarter Google. Instead, I want you to start narrating your thought process. Say things like, here's what I'm trying to decide, or here's why this matters to me. Here's what I'm comparing right now. Here's what I'm worried will happen. And then you ask the AI to reflect your reasoning back and give a solution based on your logic and your values. This teaches the AI your decision-making patterns, and it stops giving these generic suggestions and starts giving you deeply aligned, intuitive recommendations. It starts thinking with you, not at you. All right, we're on to step 4, and this is something almost no one talks about, and it's one of the most powerful and easy ways to train your AI. It is to dig through your archive of work and feed it that past work. So if you've ever created anything, your AI can actually learn from it. Emails, strategies, slide decks, SOPs, audits, captions, documents, notes, you name it. Upload what you're proud of and tell it to analyze my strategic patterns, tone, decision-making style, and this gives your AI access to your history. It lets the AI see your strengths, your preferences, your methods, and suddenly your AI begins to anticipate your needs. It starts writing and strategizing the way that you would, not the way a stranger would or the general public. Your past work becomes your AI's most valuable training library as it pertains to you and the work that you do. All right, after that, we're ready to move on to building long-term memory through something called context stacking. So this is where almost every beginner gets stuck. They tend to restart chats every time they have a new thought or a new question, a new idea. And that's like firing your assistant every single day and rehiring a new one. Instead, what you want to do is start keeping long-term threads for your main work or life categories. When you switch topics, simply say, hey, new topic, working on a new piece here, and then keep going. Because over time, your AI learns from you. It remembers your goals, your voice, your preferences, and your patterns as it pertains to that particular thing you're working on. This is how your AI evolves, and this is how it becomes smarter every single day without you doing more work. So really give it some thought. What are some chats that you could keep going? For example, when you're working on social media posts or you're working on your grocery list, just keep those in separate chats, but go back to them and revisit instead of starting new ones every time. All right, now let's talk about building your AI command center, because this is where everything becomes streamlined. So your AI needs kind of a home base, a central hub, a place where all the key information about you can live. You do this by creating a single message, a single prompt that includes your goals, your active projects, your preferences, your voice, your boundaries, your responsibilities, and your constraints. Then you say, store and reference this for all future work. Now your AI isn't just guessing, it isn't inconsistently answering, it has a rule book, your rule book, and it will follow it if you tell it to. All right? We're on to our next step, which is what I call the calibration prompt. And it's truly your cheat code. This one sentence improves your AI's output instantly. Here it is. When you answer, consider my tone, my goals, my context, and my constraints, and ask clarifying questions before responding. This forces the AI to slow down, think deeper, and respond in a way that is accurate and aligned with what you actually want. Most people never give the AI this instruction, and that's why they get vague, surface level answers that are generic, okay? You will not have that problem anymore if you just use that simple sentence, that simple prompt. And finally, we're at step 8. This is creating your reusable prompt library. This is where you stop rewriting the same prompts over and over, and instead you create a library inside your AI command center. Your content prompt, your resume prompt, your meal planning prompt, your productivity prompt, your scripting prompt. These become your presets, and you can save them over time. So you create consistency and they unlock that full power of everything you trained in the steps 1 through 7. Put these in a safe place and remember to reuse them, or have them in those chats that we were talking about before, the separate chats that you revisit time and time again. It's going to save you so much time, and it's going to make the outputs better and better every single time. These 8 steps are the foundation of everything that comes next. Once you do this, your AI becomes more personalized, more intuitive, more strategic, more aligned, and honestly, it will start feeling borderline psychic. These are the habits that transform your AI from a basic tool into a life-changing partner. And the best part is that none of this is complicated. It is so simple, it's structured, it's human, and it just plain works. So if you need to, rewind, go back, watch this video again, and just take it step by step. And as always, remember, the more you put into it, the better results you're gonna get back. Hey, I'm Amanda. You can consider me your online big sis and AI plus you expert. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more advice on how to use AI for life, business, and your career. See you in the next one.